Hello everyone, welcome back to Epic 27. This is the grand final. A little bit late here. First pistol run is already done and dusted. Fish123 getting the advantage early on here on Dust 2, but we do have the second map here. I'm Raptros, Yumi joining me for the cast here, and here comes JSAV through the mid door straight into the Org of Surreal, and Surreal cleaning up here through the mid doors, the grenade. Hawk will go down, Fish123. Early start good.
Yeah, pretty simple opening to Duster it seems. Given that we did kind of jump into this one late, it does seem like we've missed a bit of the action. Could we potentially get the scoreboard up just so we can have a look at how round number 1 went? Can you do the thing where like it shows the players? Is that where it shows the players alive? Oh wow.
Very convincing.
Everybody has stayed alive
Yeah.
in both of the rounds for Fish. So one-sided pistol, one-sided secondary round, 0 kills so far for everybody on BuzzKill, and so the match will be paused for now. Of course, the first gun round is looming over for BuzzKill, and maybe that's where things start to change. Hopefully people start to get on the board for the side, because if this continues, which, I mean, we've only had the 1 round actually displayed to us, we don't know if there's anything that kind of factors into that, then, yeah, I mean, that'll be a very weird way to end the final,
Yeah.
end the finals.
It would be, that is for sure. Gonna send the quick boost up towards short, get there a little bit quicker. Here comes Hawk jumping through towards long, but Robin's able to find the frag. Hawk through the smoke though. Robin, his head has been ripped completely clean off, and BuzzKill Esports do take long here. Again, another boost up on towards the side for Artis. Of course, they don't want to cross and show themselves to BuzzKill Esports. Smoke is down though, so they could have done it under the cover of that, but take the low risk option. Easy peasy. Fish123 having to defend his A bomb site. Here comes BuzzKill Esports then under the cover of flashes. The cross smokers comes through. Here comes Hype then on top of the box. Smooya finds one with the Molotov. Leaf though. Artis will go down. 3 versus 3 situation. BuzzKill Esports, they haven't been able to get the bomb to the side just yet, but Hype does find Smooya. Cryptics bye-bye. And now it's Surreal left in the 1 versus 2.
Yeah, coming up through CT is such a dangerous avenue. There's so many angles in which you have to clear as you emerge from the ramp. Surreal focusing on the bomb site so far goes unspotted, but Hype delivers the finishing kill. That's 3 for him to take the A site and get BuzzKill their first round.
Yes, so they're on the board, so that is a little win in terms of their perspective of this one.
You can you can see on the site cross there. I mean, the flash was fantastic for Artis to be able to get some level of impact, but it was such a labored endeavor that he wasn't able to find anything, and then Smoothie got completely shut down because he didn't have support fast enough. In this instance, Fish have obviously bought right back into things. Smoothie already taking the opening duel and winning it on Hawk.
It's glass cannon AWP as well. So, and Smoothie does make it work. I mean, Hawk just jumping down through suicide and just
It's named that for that very reason.
It is. JSAV, utility damage to the face, but still continues on his way through the mid doors. Molotov behind that one as well. Just showing some presence, but won't commit through it. Just keeping Fish123 guessing here, and it might just as well result in a bomb plan on towards A here for BuzzKill Esports. But Smooya starting to realize what is up, goes back towards Cross, and Leaf with the flashbang over. Smooya, here we go. The shot does not connect, at least for the first time around. The second one doesn't land anywhere near at all either. Robin, though, able to get the kill with the MP9, but finally Smooya, he does find JSAV. Artis also holding strong as well. Smooya, that's actually a couple of shots, but it is Fish123 that come away with the round.
Yeah, his teammates do enough there to at least cover his position, and in spite of him missing shot after shot, he makes it so that he stays alive for as long as possible, and BuzzKill could not track down that trade. There are so many instances, it seemed, where as soon as one more player falls, you're kind of questioning why they haven't just committed to the wide swing to make sure that he's no longer an issue, and they almost tunnel vision towards the end, that all the other Fish players able to contribute, and it's another flawless CT side round. Thus far, it's only been the one successful for BuzzKill. In spite of doing a little bit of damage in this one, taking down Surreal, don't think they'll be able to get too much more. BuzzKill really just scrambling for a few frags, and Fish kind of asserting their dominance early.
Yeah, Hawk in this particular round, he went for the suicide play once again. He actually does manage to find his way through mid doors, just knife-running all the way, but unfortunately for BuzzKill Esports, the pistol's not working in their favor this time around. So Fish123 will pull a 3-round advantage here. Emmy actually yet to get on the scoreboard, same with JSav, and that's not what you like to see if you're BuzzKill Esports. Two of your fraggers not posting any of them so far in this particular map. But BuzzKill, they'll have a little bit of a walk towards the upper tunnels. Molotov at their feet right now becomes a smoke. But the flash through the smoke comes through. Cryptic's up close with the AUG, finds 2G South trade back though. There's still a defender of this B bomb site, and that is going to be surreal, but he gets taken out of the equation. Here comes the rotation. The bangs from Robin won't connect just yet. He gets completely and utterly blind as well, but a bomb plant can come through. Emmy finally gets himself a kill with the AWP, and it looks like BuzzKill Esports, they might just be able to get their second round on the board, but the bomb plant still hasn't come through. They've been given a lot of time to Fish123 now, and Robin stepping out of the window.
Oh,
Emmy, well, JSav, he tacked down his own teammate there. That's Hawk down to a very low HP, but JSav able to sort of redeem himself. The flick from Smooya isn't there in the 1 versus 2 now, and creeping his way out, all hiding. But Hawk able to sort him right out. BuzzKill Esports trying their best here on their T side, which, as we've already mentioned, was terrible the last time these two met on this particular map. But BuzzKill, if they've sorted out the problems that they've been having, then this map might be closed as well.
Yeah, thus far when they've gone for either of these site takes, it has been pretty much trades here on the BuzzKill side, but when Fish win the round, so far it's been a very clear-cut victory.
Oh, hype. Yeah, stays in the fire, waiting as long as possible for Artist to peek out, and it does result in the kill for him, but that could go either way. He could just stand in the fire just 1 tick longer. Hawk, he catches Robin out as he tries to push through. Fish123 trying to go with the push through long once that pick came through, but here comes the push on towards the A bomb site here. No one from Fish123 to try and reply to this one, and they might as well save it.
Yeah, they're already setting themselves up to save. I mean, as soon as they lose that pressure, Robin's trying to compensate for the fact that Artist is lost early on into the round, and just hoping that BuzzKill would give it up after the initial pick. And it isn't something that we see that's abnormal, I suppose, from the T side. It's quite often that when you do find an opening kill, when you're going off of a spawn-based pick, you can often leave a long open, and so Robin takes that chance in which Fish have just lost all of their site presence far too early in the round to contest it. Saving these weapons is going to be of benefit to them. Surreal trying his best to at least salvage some sort of a weapon into this next round. Of course, Robin's rifle should be along here somewhere. He's received a kit.
Looking for it, but he's going to get shot in the face. That's Hawk.
He grasps it, and then he gets it ripped out of his hands.
I think that's a lesson for life, though. As soon as you have what you've always wanted, it gets ripped away from you.
Wow. That took...
Less about my life, more about the game. Fish123.
This took a very existential turn.
Still with at least 1 round advantage here, going the way of the CT side, but they are down to pistols on the vast majority of their players. They have the 2 safe weapons from last round to be able to utilize here on round 8, and it's a free long take for BuzzKill Esports. No resistance on this side. Smooya tagged down a little bit thanks to the couple of taps here from Hawk.
Good utility to get Smooya out of that position as well. A smoke and flash had to be expended in order to do so, but at least they keep that AWP on field. A very committed angle taken up by the AWP would have been, if he had gone down in that sort of situation, of course, the players remaining on the A site won't have the best weapons to deal with what is very strong ranged weaponry here from the Ts. The issue becomes that BuzzKill are contained. They've pushed in from behind. Robin has the fallback should they decide to take mid-control or even fake towards B, so they have to commit forward.
They have to go. Here comes the boost. Smooya on top, coming through as well. He has a gap in the smoke to work with. Hawk might be in a world of hurt here, but the second smoke for the cross comes through, so they're able to get themselves towards the site. Hawk with the 2K on the site entry. JSav and Hype all getting frags here. And now Robin, all of a sudden, left in the 1 versus 5. He'll have Leaf walk straight into him, but Leaf, spicy shot onto Robin's head.
Yeah, a bit slow to react as well. A bit of an overcommitment, I think, from Robin, just trying to do as much damage as possible on the exit, but instead they lose that AWP. They could have brought it into this round instead of Robin being on an MP9. He would have had an AUG, would have cycled it over into Smooya's hands. Of course, the prospect of that may have been a bit of a pipe dream as well, because BuzzKill had enough money to hunt them down. So far, a default round from the T side, and Fish have been able to garner long control. Artis alone in that position. So if he were to go down, if Hawk were to try and take this duel, I could potentially swing things either direction. But for now, neither of the two will go for too committed of a duel.
Still 2 MP9s on the side of Fish123, so bought into this one once again, but not with the best weaponry that is available. BuzzKill Esports, though, slowly walking their way up to the mid, and the flash comes through. Leaf able to land the shot on towards Smooya now. And towards the A-bomb site, they decide to go. Robin trying to delay with the usage of the utility, and he is successful in that very fact right now. So BuzzKill Esports, man advantage, but no sight advantage.
A bit of a strange peek there from Smooya in the fact that he was able to dodge the flash, but still held the tight angle, typically trying to isolate the duels and track them down. Instead gives up his life. The flames are coming through and Robin's burning alive. It's Roast over towards Goose, and Leaf is going to be able to capitalize on the frag. Cryptic's unable to make the rotation successfully. Sure, they have long control, but they're just going to hold on to these weapons as best as they can. BuzzKill looking to take their first lead of the game.
This is looking a lot better for BuzzKill on Dust 2. A lot better. They're actually finding themselves on 2 sites on their T side, so they're at least getting the bomb plant down. And in this instance, they're also converting the rounds. So Fish123, it might be a little surprising to see them drop behind at this stage. Just saving the MP9, the AUG as well. Artis will have his work cut out to try and keep all of his possessions here, but Leaf.
Nice little upgrade.
Gives the AK away.
Surreal's even able to support him, make sure that JSAV can't track him down. So they bring 2 rifles forward. That's at least something for Fish to work with. The question is, do they force up around this? They should be able to afford up a couple more rifles. It's going to be the half-buy instead. Of course, favoring the idea of having the AWP in play, Fish are going to play around these weapons with only upgraded pistols. BuzzKill again going for this early long control. Very heavy in presence towards the side of the map. Fish, an immediate call for a counter response. They've taken short instead, and Artis is even committing further forward and towards middle. The longer that BuzzKill stagnate in this position, that containment becomes a factor once more. The question becomes is, does BuzzKill go for this site hit again? Because the last time they sat at long for this amount of time, they actually pushed forward, and Artis gets a bit over antsy, not containing, looking for the fast flank, and Leaf is already watching it.
Leaf is aware of all the old tricks. And now with the man advantage up against a primarily pistol buy for Fish123. This looks very, very possible for BuzzKill Esports to get their 6th round on the board, but it's everyone from Fish123 towards this A-bomb site. So they put up the best defense possible, and here they go. Smooya finds the deagle shot. Hawk takes back with the AK. Hawk with the AK once again, so this is looking cleaner here for BuzzKill Esports, but Smooya, one deagle onto Leaf, can't adjust onto Hype, and BuzzKill Esports, well, they get their 6th, they win round 10.
And you start to get a little bit worried there for BuzzKill, just because Fish, like you said, committing away from the B bomb site entirely, just because it's the exact same play that BuzzKill implemented in the previous round, but they're just able to land frag after frag, and it's all really pushed forward by the fact they deal with that flanking player initially. They know that they have the options open up to them, and that Fish may spread themselves out, but they don't even have to make that prediction just because it's the exact same play from the T side.
Here we go, a big brawl on towards long. JSAV opens it up for BuzzKill Esports. The reply is there from both Smooya and Robin. Robin with the grenades. And now BuzzKill Esports, they're still very well the possibility that someone might be up close, but...
And the bomb is dropped in pit.
Yeah, so a bit of a sketchy one. They do have a smoke to cover the cross, though. So they're able to recover it. There we go. There's the player that's jumped down there, picks up the bomb, so BuzzKill Esports recover things, but in the 2 versus 3 now, things start to get a little more worrying. They've taken too many losses there on towards long to be comfortable.
And I'm wondering, because a lot of that damage and a couple of those kills actually came through smoke from Fish, they may have actually not had the information that it was dropped in that position. You'd imagine if Smooya had that information to play off of, he'd play the long-ranged angle with the AWP to try and get a pick in their direction. But as they progress back through T-spawn, Cryptix hits both. Faster shot in the 2nd, and he delivers a 5th for Fish. So far, the AWP presence is living up to expectations for that CT side, but no real outperformers in like we saw on Mirage from the likes of Fish. Instead, everybody's sort of closely knit on that CT side.
The double up setup on the T side here. We saw this at the end of the series, at the end of the map on the upper bracket final for BuzzKill Esports. They like to go for this one, so it's double up setup against the double up setup here in round 12. Emmy and Hawk picking them up for the BuzzKill Esports side. Let's see how this one works out for them. It's not often you get to see this, so you know it depends on how it's utilized now by BuzzKill.
Smooya holding the angle in towards short. Leaf trying his best to do as easy as possible. Smooya pushed away from by the flames. 50 damage done, but 50 damage in exchange by the nade. BuzzKill will at least have short and mid control to work off of. They can potentially smoke and fake towards either site, but Surreal catches Hype jumping up towards short, looking to help his teammate out on Leaf, and does give the advantage towards Fish. Of course, they still have a decent amount of utility. They could potentially still fake out the A or B bomb site respectively. Typically, the players kind of throw that mid-B smoke such that Fish can't over-rotate their players, but it was indeed a hit instead towards the opposite site. So far, not much movement. BuzzKill looking to answer back with the AWP of Hawk.
Robin lying in wait, peeks out, finds Hawk, easy kill for him, and now Fish123 still with all 5 players alive, and Smooya will start to seal things up here in round 12. 20 seconds left remaining on the clock. Both BuzzKill Esports players trying to creep their way up towards the A bomb site, but Smooya is here to hold. Robin getting the final kill of the round. We are all tied up here 6-6.
And they still had smokes to work with. They could have still thrown some of their utility. They decide to take up the straight-up aim duels, and that means that Smooth doesn't have to be concerned about any flashbangs or anything coming out on the side. Just hit shot after shot as they attempt the cross, and it's not only that, they're sort of walking and crouching into his crosshair, which makes the duel that much easier for him to be able to knock down. Of course, like you said, equal affair thus far. Smoke in towards the tunnel. Cryptic able to dodge the flash again, this time not able to double down and get a couple of kills on the B-bomb side. Locked out is Surreal by the utility here from BuzzKill, and the lurking pressure from Hawk has taken down Robin as well. The 3 versus 5, the harder bomb site to retake. The flank opportunity is certainly there, but Fish don't have too many lines in towards the site. This kill is crucial for Smooya if they want an opportunity. He's going to be able to get it. The question is, are they tempted into this retake?
With the positioning of the rest of the Fish players, I will say no, but Smooya is still getting inquisitive here. He wants the frag. Surreal will catch out Hype as he tries to back away from the site, but the bomb too far gone at this point for Fish123 to be able to do anything. That's a pretty sweet shot there by Surreal.
They're all gonna die to the bomb.
Yeah, that is a big problem. They might lose a ton of cash here in this situation, but I think they should be relatively okay. Yeah, Emmy's going to get tied down 14. That's going to be it, but no kills after the fact here. BuzzKill Esports will hold on to those 2 weapons, winning the round as well, but an economy hit for them.
Yeah, so the idea for Surreal and Smooya there was to just contain them into that B-bomb site, and you can see that they were Surreal, when he was given the opportunities, was hitting shot after shot. Eventually, it's the smoke that allows BuzzKill to escape, and even that car post-plant position, just to mitigate some of the damage from the explosion. So BuzzKill, they're able to cut a bit of the costs of reinvesting by keeping 2 alive in this round. Smooya, though, very forward-facing angle in towards the lower tunnels. You can hear all of this movement in towards short, but he's still standing strong, waiting for JSav to peek on through, and he may be given that opportunity momentarily. There's the pick. The smoke will give him a means to escape, but they'll accelerate towards A, and Robin gets the double.
Oh, Hawk with the 2K on the entry, though. Surreal replies on the Molotov kill, but Hawk continues on. 14 in the game so far, 3 in this round, but he needs to find all 5 if he's going to win it for BuzzKill Esports. Bomb plant can come through. He's relatively safe here to be able to complete it. Smooya going for a bit of a clue but with the AWP here. Now Hawk, 1 versus 2, tags down Cryptix. He's down to 22. Smooya finally jumps up with the P250. It's the round going the way of Fish123, but Hawk, that was a very good effort.
Yeah, and if he'd taken down Cryptix, he doesn't need to even face those that last player in Smooya, just kind of jumping time and time again. It ends up being 5th time's the charm to get that kill in the end for Fish. but a very valiant effort for sure. And he's had many a clutch for this BuzzKill side. It wouldn't have put it past him to be able to deliver in such a crucial moment. That could have potentially won the half outright for BuzzKill, but a missed shot from Hawk. It's Surreal that finds the duel. The AWP v AWP is successful for the CT side, and BuzzKill, not really much control elsewhere on the map. Long is still under Fish's domain. Maybe they could rush down this AWPer in middle if Emmy finds the opportunity. Surreal, flashed off the angle. It has to retreat into the sanctuary that is the B bomb site. There's even the crossfire setup as well, so BuzzKill can't really capitalize on the space.
Smooya, Hype finds him pushing the long doors, so BuzzKill Esports, they've got one back in this situation. Robin, though, waiting for some pressure coming out too short. They all go onto Xbox. Robin finds the 2, replied by Hype. Leaf finding Artis as well, so it's a 2 versus 2 here. 7-7, last round of the half. And now Leaf looking to rain Decrum up above. He does find Surreal, and now it's Cryptics versus 2. Both BuzzKill Esports players, they are down to half HP and only have 1 flashbang between them. Open an AK against an AK of Cryptics. The AWP wins it out. That's Hype getting the final kill of the half, and BuzzKill Esports will lead on the T side into the second half.
Look how topside heavy both of these scoreboards are as we get ourselves prepared for the side swap. I mean, 2 kills on Emmy, 5 on Artis. Not something that you expect to see. Emmy's not had the best of land showings for BuzzKill, really only showing up in a few maps or having really good maps entirely, kind of in the best of 1 and a couple of the upper bracket games, but seemingly falling short thus far here on map number 2. They'll need a better effort in that regard, and even in spite of that, it's still such a close endeavor. It's either been one way or the other. See if BuzzKill can be more successful, as has been the case again on the CT side. The dualies are out for Hype, and they're converging on that location.
Here we go, crossfire at the mouth of the tunnel. The dualies tapping their way, but they're not able to find any kills. It's JSAV with the USPS to put in all the effort for the CT side, but the bomb site has still gone the way of Fish123. 3 versus 3 retake now has to be on the cards for BuzzKill Esports. They'll start to have a little bit of an explore towards the Windows side. They do rain through, and the frags rain through as well. Now Smooya left in the 1 versus 2, finds Leaf, knows exactly where Hawk is. The duel between the USPSs, but who is going to win it out here for the second pistol round in this map? Smooya still trying to tap away, but Hawk, he's just dodging all these bullets like Neo. Smooya has to reload. He does get it in. Tag down to 61 HP now. This is such an extended 1 versus 1 on the side. Hawk ducking down. He pops back up and takes Smooya's head. The defuse can come in, and BuzzKill Esports will win the second pistol.
Oh, that was such an awkward duel between the two of them. Neither of them able to hit the shot. Such an awkward headshot angle between both of them as finally Hawk finds it. Unfortunately for the BuzzKill side, he'd bought a kit into that round, so had it need at least the entirety of the bomb timer to finally find that frag. It's a labored endeavor, but they take the pistol and get themselves up to a 9th. It's the force buy coming in from Fish in response, though. A very strong buy as well, in the fact that they've got predominantly rifles. The scout is out into play as well on Smooya, and with Surreal getting that opening pick, suddenly things become more and more awkward. Hawk getting a quick response, though, will alleviate that initial pressure at B.
He still has a lot of work to do here, though. Here come Fish123 through upper tunnels. Hawk good enough for one more. That's it, though. Robin will be found by JSAV. That's not exactly gone to plan for Fish123. 2 versus 3 now. Smooya going for the boost, not committing to the plan just yet. This is so smart. Very cheeky indeed. And Smooya can finally get that bomb down, but inventive play has resulted in this being very even.
Absolutely unsuspecting JSAV trying to converge in through the tunnels. The smoke coming in from Emmy will try and bait out the fact that Fish or BuzzKill maybe don't have that as an avenue of attack, but creeping on through, they respect it. They respect the smoke fully. It works out in their favor, but Cryptic still shuts it down. The thought is there, but Fish deliver in the 2 versus 3, and all really pushed off the fact of that boost there and towards the B site.
It was the battle of the big brains right there.
Yeah, that's
smoke debate.
That's either a 10 IQ or 200, but it works. It seemed to work in BuzzKill's favor, especially with him being so low HP. I guess it's just a risk you have to take.
It is. The flashes get sent over towards Long, and Robin able to find the 2 entries towards this side of the map. It is the pistol buy, though, for BuzzKill Esports. We do have Hawk on the scout to try and do a little bit of tag damage here and there. But JSav, Deagle in hand, hiding behind the sight boxes here. It's JSav trying to tap, but Robin continues on here. BuzzKill Esports, they'll have to take this one on the chin, but Hype, he might be able to find the lurker here. Oh, Surreal, he does. Trigger Discipline. He wants to get a bit closer to guarantee the kill, but even decides against that here.
He's lost his chance now. Yeah, I mean, taking the risk and maybe getting that frag, it's at least some damage done and maybe a rifle that you can recover. Hopefully that Fish aren't too close to really punish that fact, but he's not even be able to get the kill now. Yeah. His teammates been left high and dry as well because they are chasing him all the way through. Hawk's been able to get a decent amount of distance, so should be able to bring that one forward. Actually, Robin's weakened up. Easy frag, and that's an AK that you can bring into the next round. I don't think Cryptic is going to be able to get close enough.
Hawk trying to hold strong, try and keep that scout in hand and do some more damage to the Fish123 side, but Smooey are able to finish him off. But Hype, as you quite rightfully mentioned, brings that AK into the next round here. Still all tied up 9-9 in this one, so absolutely nothing to separate these two teams at this stage, but BuzzKill Esports, they might fall behind after this particular round. It's just the USPS is full-on eco for 4 players here for BuzzKill. Just Hype with the AK head armor. Let's see if he can make an impact. Triple stack towards the short position. Emmy finds the kill. Cryptic finds all 3 though, so it's not a huge problem for them. The AK's ripped out the hands of Hype as well. Smooth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Able to get to double digits. Fish, ultimately that wasn't really a too threatening of a round outside of that one kill that they were able to secure on short. Of course, it was just the one saved rifle there for BuzzKill, but Fish, this may be their opportunity to continue pushing forward into the lead. We kind of have struggled to see too many successful rounds thus far from the CT side, only winning out in the pistol so far, but an early kill towards Artis. He's dropped over at long. Smooya trying to get some space as a result of his earlier frag, and he's able to take down JSav. There's still 3 more players here for BuzzKill, however, but one by one they'll fall. It's seeming the trades are going the way of Fish and equalizing the affair. Cryptix is tapping them down. Emmy, down to low HP, has to secure long control for this retake to be a possibility. The bomb going to go down in the hands of Robin.
Surreal 6 HP. Hype lurking up behind the smoke. Who sees who first? Surreal would prefer to hide in this corner. There's no way Hype checks this, but the thing is, Surreal gets a bit too greedy going for the peek. And now it's Robin left in the 1 versus 2 here. Drops down. That's the information revealed, but Hype dies to that one. So Robin now in the 1 versus 1. Both players in this one very, very low indeed. And
bomb's not planted for him.
Yeah,
so.
Robin, this is a bit awkward. He has the Molotov though, and Annie, he's quite low. The Molotov misses. The smoke is there as well, just in case. Robin, 10-second defuse here for Emmy. Robin, he goes down. Oh no, and the defuse, it does happen with 10-10.
It's a 1G. A legitimate, it's his own Molotov. He's missed it. He's gone for the jump shot, expecting that a kit would be available. And that's the 10th for BuzzKill?
I'm so confused right now. Oh, this game keeps going back and forth. Much likely upper bracket final, but in this one, 10-10 now. I can't really make any predictions at this stage. It seems like both teams have an equal chance of taking this particular map.
It didn't seem like it was the most coordinated or even the most cold there from Fish. I mean, only Artis and Smooya really taking early control. It was a bit confusing. Oh, the triple boost. This is so smart. They're trying to line up the shot onto towards that player that could line up on back plat. But given that there's a player up close and Hype, they're not going to be able to capitalize on any sort of a semblance of that boost. JSav even getting the flash pick on towards Robin gives them an advantage, and the MP9 has a strong, or at least stronger effectiveness in this round than you would have anticipated. Moving instead to try and track him down. JSav not able to get a secondary, but now he has the information that Fish are heavily located in towards middle.
The B-split can come through. Artis follows up on towards Hawk as well, so Fish now, B-bomb site secure. BuzzKill Esports don't seem to be in a rush to get the retake going, so that's going to be an Organ and AWP brought into round 22 here.
That's very well done from Artis. He completely locks them down from taking upper tunnels control because they know the mid to B is coming. They're trying to get some sort of cover to work with and just even really just play for the retake. but instead Artis deals with it single-handedly. And it's typically the counterplay that's kind of available to you as a CT side. And if they're able to hold on to these rifles, things are not looking the absolute worst. They can potentially upgrade a couple of pistols and get some utility to buy more space for the likes of Leaf and Emmy. They may be able to get away with this one. A lot of utility is being expended, but nobody really throwing bodies at the situation because Fish is not going to want to contest at range with that AWP, not really having the best kind of weaponry to track that down and create enough space. Because they certainly had enough money to hunt them down, but I suppose not respecting the impact that these weapons may bring.
So yeah, almost gets the kill on the cross there, but it's going to be a full-on long take from Fish, and there's no one here to contest here for BuzzKill Esports. Emmy's posted up with the AWP on the site itself, but the corner smoke can come through, so Emmy changes up the angle a little bit. Fish with the map control, but the thing is, BuzzKill Esports, they've had one player push all the way through the upper tunnel, so they might just have the read on this.
And that's the strength of the USPs as well. They're happy to commit and a player, oh, Surreal comes back to check it, eventually tracks down the kill, so they know that the predominance of the CT side is going to be here, but can't do anything to get any more than just the one kill on Leaf, and he wasn't even with the brunt of the team. Again, another opportunity where Leaf may just set himself up to save, unless he gets a couple of kills in rapid succession. Smooya goes down. He's going to be able to buy up in the next round regardless, but saving the AWP of higher value. Of course, Emmy wouldn't have been able to afford that himself next round. Or could have fallen into the hands of Hawk as well, but oh no.
Oh no.
Yep. Oh, they hear each other. Robin, he might be able to track this down. The AWP is recovered, and it will once again go back into Smooya's hands.
It will. 12 to 10.
Oh, actually, Robin has the spawn.
Oh,
he's going to go for it.
Absolute mad lad. Let's go. Let's see some Robin on that AWP. Heading himself towards long. Will it be challenged by BuzzKill Esports this time is the bigger issue. Here we go. He's posted up. The flash comes through, though, so he is forced off the angle and can't land the shots. So Fish123, they'll have to back off of long. That goes the way of BuzzKill Esports, but Fish, they change it up. They go up towards short instead, stack it up here. The cross, well, the setup smoke, the cross smoke, whatever you want to call it, goes down on towards that short position. Molotov firebombed the entire site here, but they're going to fall just as they enter towards their site. Oh, Emmy, he needs to get at least one here. Smooya on the entry, he's able to find two, but JSav is so alive, is still alive, and he's able to pull up the frags, at least one, but Leaf finishes off the round for BuzzKill Esports. Again, bring it back within one. Not down and out. They want to take this to a map 3.
And Fish on that push were able to balance the damage of that AUG and eventually get the kills, but trades there in rapid succession for BuzzKill. The flanking from long is what secures it for the CT side. They have to still fight for another buy round. Fish able to fully reinvest into this one in the ways that they would want. Robin the only one that's had to skimp things down, but BuzzKill's weaponry is not ideal. Emmy down to an MP9. They've again gone for this short control.
I'm not sure what that smoke was there from the T side.
Yeah, it seemed to be a bit of confusion. They're as well spamming it, questioning whether that's their own smoke. And do believe that will be the case.
Yeah, it was. It had a certain orange trail from the X-ray. So
it's disappointing.
Yeah, it is. I think it was meant to be for the corner, but someone whiffed it. Anyway, still no one immediately on the site here for BuzzKill Esports.
And they've over-rotated. They've completely left B open. They're making the gamble in that Fish are employing that same strategy that BuzzKill used multiple times on their respective T side.
They're committing to it as well. Fish123, they have no idea about what they are about to execute into here. They all decide to creep up. Smooya looking for the first pick, and he's able to get it onto JSav, and that's the cue to Fish to cross the entirety of CT with no smoke down. Molotovs come through as well to deny Emmy getting any further progress. He does get a kill, though. Cryptex with the reply onto Leaf. Smooya still posted up with the AWP on car. Has an angle down towards CT here as well. Smooya misses the shot, though. That's not ideal at all. Surreal, though, finds Hawk, and BuzzKill Esports deciding that this round isn't for them. They'll allow Fish to get up to 13. But BuzzKill Esports in the next round, they'll still not have the greatest of buys on the 3 players that died. So it's still going to be backs up against the wall for them.
Yeah, and even with that heavy emphasis on short and kind of holding just outside of the A site, BuzzKill were taking very isolated duels. There was nobody kind of trapped behind the double boxes over on the bomb site, nobody really deploying utility as well. Just trying to win respective aim duels and hoping they go unchecked on the site commitment from Fish, and they're meticulous. They throw the Molotovs in the crucial locations, and they're able to flush those players wide out into the open. A timeout pause, or a timeout cold, sorry, from BuzzKill that likely means they're going to start discussing strategy. I mean, you look at the money for them in this round, it's not ideal. We'll see if there's any sort of a counterplay. We saw when they were on this exact same type of a buy, instead of Hype, I do believe it was Leaf holding a weapon for the CTs. They did decide to push through the B tunnels. That's still kind of an option, as Fish haven't been going for this default heavy setup in the past few rounds, but maybe that changes as well. There's a bit of a mind game that you can play in these kind of pauses in which you kind of go back to more traditional setups.
It's either more traditional setups or something wacky that someone's called.
Precisely.
It's one of the two, and you can never predict which one it is going to be. But Fish123 straight down suicide, straight down mid as well. Meanwhile, on the B side, there's utility being thrown, the smoke out as well. Robin able to finish first kill on towards Hawk, and Cryptix follows up on towards Hype as well. It was a very quick B split there for Fish, and it has resulted in them gaining the site here. Emmy's able to get 2 in reply, but not feeling the 1 versus 5.
And that's the perfect counter call to deal with what BuzzKill were going for. Heavy long pressure was the name of the game for them, hoping to meet Fish kind of head on in that position, but they just completely bypassed the brunt of the defenses. And Hype is left in a situation where he's trapped between 2 angles, has no idea how far the Fish players could be, and by the time he turns around to take the duel for the mid-B split, just gets gunned down from every possible angle. 14-11, they're looking to shut this out. So far, BuzzKill have been scrappy on both instances. Having brought it as close as this is still very difficult to come back from. They've got a lot of utility to be able to slow these players down, but look at the pace. Robin is up short. He's going to be able to take the first duel. Although he loses it, it's significant damage done on not 1, but 2 CT defenders. Yeah,
man, disadvantage here for Fish as they try to get that plant done on towards A. They will do so. Artist with a grenade kill on towards JSev, so that's him out for the rest of this round. BuzzKill Esports without their main fragger in a way of JSev. But there's still some potent players on their side. Hype still alive, Hawk still a factor as well, but BuzzKill Esports, they seem to be in no rush. They might just go for the 4-man save here and then play for overtime. Fish123 seconds away from map and championship points here as these BuzzKill Esports players just drop by the wayside. They're only able to save 2 rifles, if that. If Surreal gets this kill, then it starts to be very troublesome for BuzzKill Esports. Hype is able to stay alive just for now, but the bomb explodes and Hype can't survive. Emmy's going to be the only one left alive for BuzzKill Esports. We are 1 round away from deciding our champion here. Fish123 will get the first opportunity, and BuzzKill Esports obviously buying everything they can up into this one, but it's going to be very, very haphazard.
Well, we'll see if they're able to make it work. The scouts out, SMGs, and a couple of rifles in play. It's again a push in towards middle. This time Hawks prepared the double down on the UMP. It's traded back by Cryptix. They'll hold the man advantage, identify where one more player on the side of Fish is as they begin to group themselves up, try and trade things out, progressing towards this B bomb site. And there's only one player they'll need to find.
That's going to be Hype on the FAMAS. He doesn't have any grenades at all. He has to rely on his aim. Flash comes through. He gets unblinded just as they step out, but Cryptix, he's able to find the frag, and now it's a 3 versus 3 for Fish to try and win the championship here, right now. JSav gets flashed just as he pushes the smoke. That's so unlucky there. Bomb plant can come through, and now Leaf and Emmy have to retake to keep themselves in this grand final and in this championship as well. Smooya will go down. Numbers equalize. Leaf at the door with the scout now. Cryptix and Ardis left for Fish to get the bomb ticks down away, and that is it. That is Fish winning 16-11 here on Dust 2, and they win the Epic 27 CSGO Championship.